Do you struggle with getting the desired response from your professional emails? You're not alone. In the realm of professional communication, the ability to write persuasive emails is an art form. It's a skill that can mean the difference between being ignored and getting the action you need. All too often, people grapple with issues such as lack of responses, miscommunication, or simply not achieving the desired outcome. This isn't surprising. Crafting an email that's both assertive and polite, clear yet compelling, can be a tricky balancing act. But it's not an impossible feat. It just takes a little understanding of the structure, the right tone, persuasion techniques, and a clear call to action. And of course, knowing what pitfalls to avoid can save you from many a frustrating scenario. So, are you ready to transform your professional email game? Today, we're going to learn how to write persuasive emails that get results. The first step to writing a persuasive email is to structure it correctly. This begins with a clear subject line, one that succinctly encapsulates the crux of your message. It's your email's first impression, so make it count. Next, kick things off with a polite greeting. This sets a respectful tone for the rest of your email. Follow this up with an engaging introduction. Get straight to the point, but do so in a way that piques your reader's interest. The body of your email should be concise and clear. Avoid fluff and filler. Your goal is to communicate your message effectively, not to showcase your extensive vocabulary. Finally, end with a bang. Your closing should include a strong call to action. This is where you tell your reader what you want them to do. Be direct, but maintain politeness. Remember, a well-structured email makes it easier for the reader to understand your message and respond accordingly. Now that we know how to structure our email, it's time to focus on the language. Adopting a polite yet firm tone is a balancing act that requires tact and precision. It's about getting your point across without coming off as overbearing, or, conversely, too timid. The key is to be respectful, yet clear and unambiguous in your requests or feedback. Let's discuss some examples. Instead of demanding, "I need the report by Monday," try a more courteous approach. "Could you please ensure the report is ready by Monday?" This way, you're making a clear request without sounding overly aggressive. When giving feedback, avoid blunt comments like, "This is wrong." Instead, use a more constructive tone. "I believe there's room for improvement here." And remember, please and thank you go a long way in professional communication. They add a layer of politeness without diluting your message. For instance, "Please, could we discuss this further?" Or, "Thank you for considering my proposal." However, stay clear of overly submissive language. Saying things like, "I'm just wondering if," or, "I'm sorry to bother you, but," can undermine your position. Be assertive, stand by your ideas. Also, avoid using jargon or complex language. They can create confusion and dilute your message. Stick to clear, straightforward terms that everyone can understand. Striking the right balance between politeness and directness is an art. Practice it, refine it, and you'll find your communication becoming more persuasive and effective. Balancing politeness with directness can lead to more effective communication and better outcomes. The key to a persuasive email is, well, persuasion. Now let's talk about how you can employ data, benefits, and clear reasoning to convince your recipients. First, let's start with data. Numbers, statistics, and facts can greatly bolster your argument. For instance, if you're proposing a new project, you could say, "The latest market research shows that our target audience's demand for this product has increased by 50% in the last 6 months." This kind of data can be a powerful motivator. Next, we have benefits. This is where you outline what's in it for them. Remember, people are more likely to agree if they see a direct advantage or gain. So instead of merely asking for a meeting, you could say, "A quick meeting can help us align our strategies and ensure we're on the same page, saving us from potential misunderstandings down the line." Finally, clear reasoning is crucial. Avoid ambiguity and be straightforward with your rationale. Let's say you're requesting a deadline extension. Don't just ask for more time. Explain why it's necessary, such as, "An extension will allow us to conduct a more thorough quality check, ensuring the final product meets our high standards." By incorporating these persuasion techniques, data, benefits, and clear reasoning, you're not just sending a request, you're presenting a well-argued case. And remember, persuasion is not about manipulation, but about presenting your ideas in a compelling way that respects your recipient's autonomy. By incorporating these persuasion techniques, you'll increase your chances of getting the response you want. The final component of a persuasive email is a clear call to action. This is where you specify exactly what you want your recipient to do after reading your email. It's the crescendo, the finale, the culmination of your well-crafted message. Imagine you've just penned a compelling, data-driven email to a potential client, outlining the benefits of your product. Now you need to seal the deal. A strong call to action might be, please let me know a suitable time for a call next week to discuss how our product can benefit your organization. Or perhaps you're requesting a meeting with your manager to discuss a new project idea. You could end your email with, could we schedule a meeting for early next week to delve deeper into this proposal? In both instances, you're guiding your recipient towards a definite next step, not leaving them in a state of indecision. A strong call to action gives your recipient a clear next step, increasing the likelihood of a response. While we've covered a lot of strategies, it's also important to know what to avoid. As we navigate the landscape of persuasive professional emails, it's crucial to steer clear of certain pitfalls that could undermine your efforts. Firstly, vague language can be a real roadblock to clear communication. You might think you're being diplomatic by using phrases like, I was wondering if, or would it be possible to? But in reality, such indirectness can confuse your reader, leaving them unsure of what you're actually asking. Instead, be clear and direct. If you need a meeting, say, I would like to schedule a meeting. If you're requesting a deadline extension, say, I request an extension on the deadline. By being straightforward, you eliminate the guesswork and convey your message effectively. Next, let's tackle the issue of overly complex sentences. The art of persuasion lies in simplicity. If your email reads like a legal document filled with jargon and convoluted sentences, your recipient may lose interest or miss your point entirely. Keep your sentences short and your language simple. Instead of saying, in the event of your agreement to the aforementioned proposal, try something like, if you agree to this proposal. It's not about dumbing down your language, but rather making it accessible and easy to understand. Lastly, maintaining the right level of formality is key. While it's important to be friendly and approachable in your emails, being overly casual can come across as unprofessional. Avoid using slang, abbreviations, or emojis unless you're certain they're appropriate for the situation. Remember, you're not texting a friend, but communicating with a colleague, client, or superior. So keep your tone respectful and professional. To recap, avoid vague language by being clear and direct. Keep your sentences simple and accessible, and maintain a professional tone. These small changes can make a big difference in how your emails are received and responded to. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you'll ensure your emails are both professional and persuasive. With these tips in mind, you're well on your way to mastering the art of persuasive email writing in a professional setting. We've covered a lot today, so let's quickly recap. We began by looking at how to structure your email effectively, starting with a clear subject line, a polite greeting, and an engaging introduction that dives straight into the point. Then, we explored the art of using polite but direct language, striking a balance between courtesy and firmness, particularly when making requests or giving feedback. We also delved into persuasion techniques, highlighting the importance of using data, benefits, and clear reasoning to convince your recipient of your point of view. We emphasized ending your email with a clear, actionable request, such as scheduling a meeting or confirming details. And finally, we discussed common pitfalls to avoid, like vague language, overly complex sentences, and being too informal for the situation. With these strategies in your toolkit, you're well on your way to writing persuasive emails that get results. Good luck!